Thank you for tuning in to this edition of Nasdaq Amplify's Issuer Spotlight, where we feature conversations with leaders from some of the world's most innovative and growth-oriented Nasdaq-listed companies. Today, I'm joined by Lee Bienstock, Chief Executive Officer of Nasdaq-listed DocGo. Lee, thank you so much for being here.
It's great to be here with you, Michael.
Can you start by telling us a little bit about DocGo and what you're working on?
Sure. So DocGo is one of the largest mobile healthcare companies in the country. We bring healthcare to where patients are, when they need it, where they need it. And this year, we're projected to provide medical transportation for over 750,000 patients. We're going to go provide care in the home with mobile labs and care gap closure services for over 150,000 patients. And we also provide remote monitoring for over 50,000 patients. So we're operating at great scale. We're out providing care where patients need it, when they need it.
So there are a lot of pain points, I feel like, with our healthcare system. How are you addressing these pain points with your solutions?
Yeah, so really the idea is an old idea. Meeting the customer, in our case, the patient, where they are, you're going to have better results, better outcome, and obviously happier patients. And so what we do is we go meet patients where they are. These are particularly hard to reach patients that don't have great access to care, patients that haven't seen their doctor for whatever reason. Sometimes there's mobility issues, accessibility issues, and then we go and bring care to those patients. And these are often patients that have not gotten the care they need. They have gaps in care. And so we're going and meeting the patients where they are. As I mentioned, we're doing it at scale, and we're closing gaps where the patients are. And when you go into a patient's home, very, very great things happen, right? You get a chance to see the social determinants of health of a patient. You get to see their home environment. You get to see their risk factors. You get a deeper understanding of the needs of the patient. And that's why we're so excited about what we're doing, meeting patients where they are, getting a holistic view of their needs and their healthcare journeys, and helping provide healthier lives for them.
Can you talk a little bit about the technology side of what you do and how technology plays a role in helping you enable care?
Yeah, so as I mentioned, the idea is an old idea. The doctor used to come to you, but it was inefficient, and we don't have enough doctors in this country, which we can talk about. And so the only way to really do what we're doing is to use technology, and we built our own purpose-built proprietary tech platform that helps us optimize all of the resources that we have in the field going to visit patients. And so we have almost 1,000 vehicles in the field each day with thousands of clinicians, EMTs, paramedics, nurses, and providers that are going into the home. And so our tech platform is built to optimize the right clinician with the right vehicle, with the right licensure, with the right diagnostic equipment, all for the right patient need, optimized so that that clinician and that vehicle could have a full, productive, high-quality day in the field. That's how we do what we do, and it's a very big component of what we built.
So can you talk a little bit about the competitive landscape and how you differentiate yourself?
Yeah, so the competitive landscape is really comprised of the existing status quo, right? Brick and mortar healthcare establishments where patients go and access the care they need. What we're trying to do is introduce a new paradigm where we're going and bringing care where the patients are. There are a number of upstarts in that field. We're one of the largest ones, but really we're rooting for everybody to be successful here. The US healthcare system is massive. It's in great need of innovation. It's in great need of improvement. And so we're going into the home, meeting patients where they are. There are a cadre of companies that are starting up and doing this at scale. CMS estimates that about 25% of all healthcare is going to find its way into the home in the coming years. And so there's a big trend here, and there's a lot of white space.
So what does the future look like for DocGo and your product roadmap?
Yeah, so the future for DocGo really is continuing to invest in the technology platform that we've built. And so the scheduling, the routing, engaging with the patients. And so right now we're infusing AI into a lot of what we do. You can imagine as we're scheduling all the patient visits, our tech platform is optimizing that. We use AI to schedule patients, to reschedule them, to confirm that they're going to be home when we get there. And so we're using AI and infusing that into our tech platform and continuing to scale the team we have. Right now, we have over 800 open roles at the company that we're working really hard to fill because there's such a need to bring healthcare to where patients are. And so those are the big focus areas for us, and continuing to expand the product roadmap. Today, we provide over 40 different care gap closures and services in patients' homes, things like diabetic retinal exams, bone density scans, vaccinations, annual wellness visits, pediatric child visits, and more, almost 40 different care gap and preventative care services in the home. And we're just going to keep expanding that out and adding more geographies as well.
So what does success look like when you think about impact on patients' lives?
Yeah, so success ultimately is we want patients to be healthier and happier. And really, we want to avoid patients going to the hospital. That's the key. And really, everybody wants patients not to visit the hospital. I mean, that's where they're the most expensive, unless they absolutely need to be there. Of course, hospitals play a vital role in the US healthcare system. But insurance companies don't want patients ending up in the hospital over and over again. That's where they're most expensive. Patients certainly don't want to end up in the hospital. And even the hospitals want the patients that truly need to be there and not be full of patients that perhaps can receive care in the home or preventative care could have avoided them ending up in the emergency room. So we really want to focus on helping keep those patients that don't need to be in the hospital or lead healthier lives so they don't end up into the hospital. That's really what our goal is as a company. We're being very successful doing that. Since we started the company, we've provided care to over 10 million patients over the 10 years. So we want to continue to grow that scale. We want to continue to impact as many patients' lives as we can.
So changing gears, you've been CEO of DocGo for about 2 years. What is the biggest leadership lesson you've learned in that time?
Yeah, I hope every CEO would answer this question this way, is that it really boils down to the people. And I mentioned we have over 3,000 clinicians in the field. We have a tremendous corporate team as well. I like to say we work from home. We work from our patients' homes. And so going out into the field every day, making sure that our team is equipped and enabled and empowered to provide great quality care where patients are, that is by far the most important thing that a CEO can do, is to make sure we're hiring the right people, putting those people in a position to be successful. We invest very deeply in that. Our company has won a US News and World Report Best Company to Work For. We have the highest ratings on Glassdoor and Indeed. It's something I'm very, very proud of. We want to continue to invest on making DocGo one of the best places in healthcare to work.
So obviously we're here at Nasdaq MarketSite in Times Square. You're a Nasdaq listed company. So what role have the public markets played in advancing your mission, and what does Nasdaq represent to you?
Yeah, so Nasdaq has been an incredible partner for us. So you mentioned accessing the public markets. Obviously, access to capital and being able to get our message out and reach investors has been tremendous. But Nasdaq has really been an incredible partner for us, from market intelligence to hosting events and helping us access the public markets. We can't think of a better partner than Nasdaq.
Well, we're excited to have you here, and we're excited to watch you continue to grow and innovate and impact patients' lives. And I think that's a good place to leave it. If you want to learn more about DocGo, they trade right here on Nasdaq under the symbol DCGO. Lee, thank you so much for being here with us, and thank you all for watching.
Thank you so much.